Hello everybody, CSX 2716 Productions here, and welcome to the 100 sub special Q&A. Now before this video begins, I want to sincerely apologize for not posting this video sooner. I've been busy with lots of stuff lately, including school, so I never had time to finish it. But I also have some pretty good news. My OC model has now been completed. I've added gold lining across the boiler, splashers, and sandboxes, as well as adding the number on the cab, as well as adding gold lining and the letters NWR in gold on the tender. Now with all that out of the way, let's get this Q&A started. Our first question comes from ZeoVideos26F, and he asks, will you resume your series anytime soon? Well, the downside to that is I'm having my series being restarted, not resumed. But don't worry, Trackmaster Adventures Episode 1 is on the way. Our next set of questions comes from Trainboy17, and he asks, what short are you most excited for? Well, they aren't being classified as shorts anymore. They're being classified as episodes. But the episode I'm looking forward to the most is Episode 3, Oliver's Special Service. If you plan on adding Rebecca, can she have her Trains and Adventures TV self where she is voiced by Liam and makes up false facts? Maybe. I don't have any plans on adding Rebecca to my series, but I would love to have Liam join my voice cast. What seems to be the best Classic Thomas merchandise? There's tons of good Classic Thomas merchandise out there. But for me, my personal favorite is Tomy, because I was always intrigued of how they were able to move on their own as a child. Our next set of questions comes from SuperDude24, and he asks, what made you start your YouTube channel? Well, in April of 2020, I was getting very bored of being in lockdown and thought, you know what? I'm gonna make a YouTube channel. And that's what I did. If you weren't on YouTube, what would you be doing with your life? I honestly don't know, actually. I honestly don't know. What made you delete your videos? Okay. If you want to know why I deleted my old videos, it was because of the DMCA law. Now before anyone says it's fake, it has been confirmed to be real. And as much as I want to believe that law was fake, I can't. And because I didn't want to go to jail for the next 5 to 10 years, I had to delete them as a safety precaution. So now you all know why. What got you into Thomas and Friends? Well, when I was about 1 year old, I had a bunch of old Tomy stuff, including a Thomas, Mighty Mac with the coat, and a whole bunch of track. But eventually I got rid of those items. I also had some very old Thomas DVDs. The two I remember the most are Engines and Escapades and 10 Years of Thomas. When did you first start collecting Tomy/Trackmaster? Well, like I said earlier, I had a bunch of old Tomy stuff before I ended up getting rid of all that stuff. Then I got a 2009 Trackmaster Whiff and Percy when I was 4, before those broke and I had to get rid of those too. The only thing left of those two is the brake van that came with Percy. But I say my collection really started to grow around 2017. Our next question comes from Samurai Chems. Sorry if I mispronounced that. And he asks, how many Thomases you got? Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I think you mean how many models do I have in my collection. Honestly, I have no idea. At least over 100. Our next set of questions comes from James Productions, and he asks, how many Thomas and Friends do you have? Already answered. Why did you delete all your videos? Also already answered. Are you going to make Sodor Races Season 1? Maybe. I plan on maybe remastering Season 1. And since Donald vs. Diesel of Season 2 is my most popular video, I think I may re-upload it. Tell me what you think in the comments. What's your favorite engine? Please correct me in the comments if I'm wrong again, but I think you mean who's my favorite character. Well, my favorite character or characters are either the Scottish Twins or Stepney. Our next question comes from TM, and he asks, how did you get into Thomas? Already answered. Our next question comes from Farhad Colossus. Sorry if I mispronounced that. And he asks, will you be planning to get any new engines? Well, aside from maybe getting the Henry and Winston 3-pack, highly unlikely. And our final set of questions comes from Duckboy AC130, and he asks, who did Duck race in Season 2? Well, in round 1, he raced Toby. In round 2, he would have raced Oliver. Do you have a pet? Yes, I do. I have 2 dogs. Do you plan to do remake? Probably not. I'm not really into doing remakes. Well, that's all of the questions. Now, before you click off of this video, I would like to announce that if we hit 300 subscribers, I will do another Q&A. But for now, thank you for watching. Like, comment, share, and subscribe, and have a wonderful night.